welcome back to Susan's Kitchen Corner, and on this episode we're going to be making melon seed tuna pasta, which is really easy. All you're going to be doing is bringing water to a boil or somewhat of a boil. You don't have to bring it to a full rolling boil to boil pasta. All you have to do is wait till you see the little tiny bubbles at the bottom of the water, and when they start floating up, one, two, stick your pasta in. So what the pasta looks like is, this is extremely cheap. This is like, I think it's like 35 cents a little bag here, and it makes a lot of pasta. I already have some cooked up. This one looks like cooked up. It's kind of like a little bit melony. They look like melon seeds, and if you can see that, me and my great video camera show there. But again, when you put the pasta in, what you want to do is, if you're not sure, keep a couple of the seeds out, and I'll show you what that looks like. And we're going to start off the melon seeds right away. This is what they look like. Well, yeah, this is my hand looks like. Let's put a little bit on the spoon here. Hopefully you can see them. They're a little bit kind of like, they're a little bit, not opaque, but you want to take a little bit out. Put the back rest of that in. So we're going to pour this in right away. So pour that into, okay, one thing with boiling water too, it doesn't matter how much water you have. I can have this whole thing full of water. I can have it halfway. Now you don't want to have not enough water. You want it to cover the pasta, but it looks like about maybe 4 cups of water, 3 cups. Okay, so we're going to put that in. Let me actually turn the camera so you can see. So, boiling water, pasta, and stir. And then we're going to leave it like that. Okay, the rest of the ingredients, what we're going to do is your choice of tuna, can opener, a whole green, yellow, orange bell pepper, doesn't matter what color, as long as it's crunchy. This is a lunch, you just want to go for the crunch. A half of white onion, celery, and olives. There we go, couldn't get it out. And don't forget, well, I have it in the refrigerator now, but mayonnaise. You don't have to put mayonnaise on it. You can put something else that you've seen that you think is delicious. And again, when trying something like when you're going to add something, let's say I make a whole pot of this, right, and I want to add something that's different, always take a scoop of it to another bowl and try it out, because you do not want to add that ingenious idea of, oh, let's add mustard and salsa and mix it all in, and then when you try it, you're like, wow, that doesn't taste good at all. And you just waste, you're probably going to still have to eat it, but you got all that food that's going to taste really nasty. Okay, so our little melon seeds are boiling. You might want to turn that down to high-low. No, let's see, number 8, because it still will boil. So you always want to watch this, because this is you don't want it to boil over. Okay, so what I'm going to turn this down, and I got some olives already chopped, but I want to show you how to chop them. And then we got our little seeds right here, so we can look over and compare. So cut these in half. You can leave them like that, or you can cut them in half again. It's all up to you. You can put them in whole. You can leave them like that, or you can dice them in half like I have done. Now, I have not used the whole can of olives. This is half a can of olives. So I put the rest of the olives back in the refrigerator for another meal. And our olives, our melon seeds are boiling away. Let's turn that down to medium, because we're not out to make them into mashed potatoes. Okay, let's check them. Well, try to hold on to the spoon while you check them. Okay. Now I'm going to put some of the dry melon seeds, and then, okay, oh, I did it. Okay, see how these are more, they like sandy color. These are more opaque. The more opaque these come, so you want to taste them. They're still nutty. So I'm going to put those back in. Or try to. Okay. So now that we got our olives done, we're going to head off to celery land. And I'm going to use a lot of this because I like celery. This is for the crunch. I'm going to get rid of those tough ends. And try to hit the sink. Look at my time. Okay. And what we're going to do with these, cut them right down the middle. Very carefully, cut them again. So you're going to have four celery sticks. And it doesn't matter. It's like, look at this one. Big deal. You don't have to be perfect. So cut them down the middle. Then again in half. And again in half. And watch those fingernails. Okay. Down the middle, in half, again watch fingernails, and make small little pieces, down. If you don't get it, they don't have to be perfect, so line them up like that. Let's check the noodles again, noodles. So a little bit more opaque. They're almost translucent now. See, they're really translucent, and oh my god. Okay, let's try one. Still a little al dente. That means they're chewy. And let me go save my computer here, which I just realized I don't have my not bad. Just drip some water on it. Okay, so gather up all your celery. Chop, 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 chop. So again, this is not really, all you're doing is you're cooking the melon seeds. That's it. The rest of the food is you're just chopping, basically. So this is not a hard meal at all. Now, if you want to get in there and you want to just chop this to crazy, like be uneven, go for it. There is no law to what you can do to, if you want it coarse and you don't want it like this, you can go crazy and just chop it until it's really just basically, but you know, that's the wild way. And be sure to continuously stir. Make sure I get no drops. Okay. They're even looking more opaque. So it has been 9 minutes. Let's test it again. Almost there, almost. Okay, let's do the bell pepper first. Next, cut the top off. Take this out by just putting your fingers in it and twisting. And let's take that over to the sink. Now, a lot of people are like, well, you know, get rid of the ribs. It's food. It's If you're in a gourmet kitchen, I can see where you want to get rid of them for customer sake, but this isn't a gourmet kitchen. This is a working kitchen. So I leave them in. It's no big deal. So see, I cut them in half, like right. Oh, wrong one. There we go. See, cut them in half, and then let me make sure. What you do is you cut them like this, little strips. And we got little tiny pieces. Let's get rid of that. Let's check this again, because this is almost done. When you see a white raft of starch starting to, I can't really show you that, but there'll be a white patch of starch in the middle from the noodles. That's when it's getting close to being done. Okay, here they are again. And let's try one. They're done. Okay, turn it off. Now, if you have a hot handle, of course, use a mitt, but this is oh, right here is hot, but I think I can do it. Take this over to the sink, fill it up with cold water. Don't pour it out, just fill it up with cold water. Cold water stops the cooking. Fill all the way to the top. Again, if the handle's hot, please do use an oven mitt, because holding this would burn your hand. Okay, so put it back on the stove. Now, if you have one of these, this is a, you know, I don't know the technical name for this. I should, but I don't. But this is a lifesaver. If you don't want to pour this out, okay, I'm still good. Never, ever, ever, ever pour hot water down the sink. Most houses have plastic pipes, and when you pour that water straight down the sink, what does hot water do to plastic? It melts it. So this is why this is good to use. So we're going to get a bowl, and what we're going to do is I'm going to freeze some of this for later. So let's make sure we don't run out of time, go overboard. So scoop that out. And it makes a great way to drain the water off all the way. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'll be right back.